What's going on, everybody? Collin here with CH Sports, bringing you guys some more Pacific Northwest disc golf coverage. You have tuned into the back nine of the final round at the 2020 Columbia Cup Fall Fling. I am here with Mr. Zach Todd.
How you doing? Shaping up to be a great one. I am so excited to be a part of this and see the finish of this round.
All right, and after the front nine, we still got a battle here. Looks like Xander holding on to that 2-stroke lead over Jacob Dills, 3-stroke lead over Rhema, and 4 over Zach. And we are moving into hole 10, which is a par 4. Plays a little bit more than 459 feet just because of the way the hole plays. It's a double Mando with some trouble on the right and left. Kind of got to push out a straight shot more than anything. And then for a lot of people, it's a forehand approach into the green, but there's a couple different options as well.
That's a great shot right there. If you push in between those two trees that Xander just did, you can see the Mando's, the left tree there. Oh, don't. No. Oh, that walking path is OP. You can see the ribbon tree right there is the other Mando. But you really want a big flare skip left as Xander had. Oh, there you go.
Jacob's got a good one out there as well. Really anything that beats both of the Mandos and goes straight, and then like Xander's was ideal, getting closer to the hole, the more hyzer finish you get.
And turned it. Missed
and
Mando.
No Mando, that would be a decent shot, but since there is one there, you will also be OB.
And from the Mando, it's probably a good, 380, 390 still. To the basket with a very awkward look because it's so far left still.
Yeah, it's 380, 390, but it takes probably more of that in power since, like you were talking about, it's a weird shape to kind of get up there to the green.
Yeah,
this looks pretty good.
Yeah, the Halo Destroyer there. Yep, there we go. You want that. You want that big flare skip there. Rhema also had a really good look at it too, so as good looks as we can hope.
And Jacob hated this out of his hand, but it hits a sniper branch, and this time helps him out and gets him close to the basket. Xander, with more untraditional plays, goes with the thumber, and it is absolutely parked.
He's sticking to what he's comfortable with, and it is working out well for him.
Yeah, if you guys didn't watch the front nine, Xander is a roller specialist and put down a couple good ones for us in the front nine.
I airball my putt. Get it. Ugh. But you trying to save the pars? We both airballed. That's okay. Missing that Mando, it's hard to get that par. There we go. Cleaning up the bogey.
Yeah, I feel like every time I play this hole, it's either a birdie or a bogey. Like you hit the gap and get out to a wide open upshot and pretty routine 3, or you miss the gap and you're working to save par, usually don't get it, and then you take your bogey.
Yep, absolutely. There we go. Clean it up. Oh, must be getting cold. Xander got his coat back on.
Yep, that's Portland in the fall. They'll have weird temperamental weather. And Jacob with the well-executed 3, as well as Xander sticking to the game plan.
Nice job, fellas. Keeping it close. I love it. I love it. All right, 2 birdies, 2 bogeys. Xander and Dills are both right there in the hunt. Xander has him by 2 strokes. Rhema and I are just falling off a little bit as we're 1-2 down for the round. And we are now falling into hole 11, which is a very fun hole. You have a Mando on the right-hand side. You got to be left of it. You want to makes you avoid the road, which is also OB on the right-hand side. This basket is playing to the very right position, so it can be very difficult if you don't have a big forehand. A lot of people do what Xander's probably going to do, a roller or a big backhand turnover. Yep, here comes the roller. Come on, do your work. Do your work. And there it is. And then the basket is just a little bit to the right, over there. It is really hard to get over there. So it's a difficult birdie, slight bonus birdie, I would say.
Yeah, I would say this one definitely favors the forehand specialist just because you're skipping to the basket instead of trying to turn something for that long. But there is definitely some options to get back over there if you have no forehand.
Oh, miss it.
Rhema putting out a good one.
That's awesome. Oh, if he just had a little less angle to it and allowed it to float out, he would have been probably parked. That was great.
Yeah, that's about as good as you can do with a backhand.
The Halo Destroyer. And if it missed that, I salivate when I
Man,
get up to this hole. I love this hole. Oh, it's
that
frustrating when
looks
I
so good
get.
out of the hand.
Yeah, oh, man. Well, here we go. Nice little forehand over. And there we go. True love. I got no words for it. I don't know.
What disc was that? Why did that turn over so quick?
It was a maiden, and it's hard for me to like. I don't. I've been working on my short game forehand putts, and that was just not good. Here's Xander getting circle 3-ish, right? Circle 2-ish type of putt. Good effort.
Ah,
Oh, that 4 inches low. That would have been so perfect. Good effort. Heyo,
there you are, saving the par.
Ma, I made a putt. Let's go.
Threw one good shot on the hole, but it was the one that you needed. So,
I'm just laughing. Like I shouldn't have had that. I should not have had that after that forehand up.
yep.
There you go. This is how, if you're going to take a par, this is how you want it. Right around the basket.
Yep. And all these guys are going to have tap in threes. A pretty good score on the hole. Like you were saying, I think it's definitely, in terms of scoring average, definitely a bonus too to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd be surprised if the average on the hole, I wouldn't be surprised if the average on the hole was probably around like 3.1, 3.2 on the day.
For sure. And there you are after hole 11. Everybody saves their par. 4 very different ways of saving the par, but everybody gets it there, and scores will stay the same. Moving to hole 12, which is known as the stump hole here at Shampooey. Really, the shot itself off the tee isn't too difficult. It's either a backhand hyzer, forehand out around the left side, or some people will go with the roller straight up the middle, like Xander's going to go with here. Really, the difficulty of the hole is the green because, as you'll see here in a second, the basket is elevated probably a good 10, 15 feet up on this stump.
Brings the check. Oh, that's a good tree.
Wow, let's go.
That'll keep him probably to about a 40-footer, I would say.
Yeah, he was heading right to the stuff where it gets away from you. You go into the right brush, and I mean, it's going to be difficult to get out of it, especially with a roller because it goes downhill quick.
And that's going to be a little short for Dills. That'll make his decision a lot easier, though, to whether to run that putt or lay up. I definitely see a lot of guys that get into that like 35, 40-foot range like Xander is at. And Rhema just absolutely threading this line. That is so good.
Beautiful.
Great shot.
Yep, gets the skip just as you play it. Fantastic.
But yeah, you'll see a lot of people get into that 35, 40-foot range and have to make a decision on whether they're going to run it or not. Like I said, the difficulty of this hole is definitely in the green.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, that was a really, really sad in my hand. And I thought I was going to hit a tree. That's what that reaction was.
Jacob makes a very quick decision to lay up. And you as well.
Left it shorter than I wanted. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and he's just outside the circle. Makes a decision as you're talking about.
Yeah,
Run
definitely
it,
in that. Definitely in that zone. He's got to think about it and decides to lay it up.
Especially in his position. There's no point of you running people forward in that position if you're thinking about it at all. Great birdie.
Rhema, who does need the birdie, runs the putt and knocks it down. That is a super awesome birdie to get.
Absolutely. Nice job. Yeah, I think it's just daunting. It's just so high up there.
Mm-hmm.
when you don't putt it, this happens.
Man. And that is why every part of your game has to be clicking at the same time.
I'm so grateful for my card mates. It was such a fun day, not going your way in any means, and didn't matter. It was a fun time with these guys.
For sure. It was definitely a fun card to film. No issues with any of these guys. Everybody had a great attitude the whole round.
Xander was showing off his best basketball form.
And
So,
there you go.
everyone, let's see. We have 2 pars. Rhema takes an awesome birdie. I drop back down to even, which is not a good position to be. We got 2 5-downs on the round. Jacob is still chasing Xander. So is Rhema. We're having a good battle. I love it. Let's go. Hole 13. It's a par 3, 340, 343. Right behind the basket. It's a pretty straightforward hole, but behind the basket is a road. That is OB, and it can quickly come into place because your disc can skip right on all this dirt on the ground. Oh, don't you. Thank you. Raymond turning it over into tree bushes that you do not want to be in, and he got a good look there. Good luck out of that.
Xander going back to the roller again.
I love it. Let's go. I should have asked him what disc that yellow is. I cannot remember what it was. I know I asked him. I can't remember.
Dude, that is so impressive what he's doing on all these holes, to have the touch to throw a 300-foot roller, and then on this hole, step it up to about 340. Like, every single one of these, the speed control is just perfect.
Amazing. Nice job, Dills.
Jacob going with a conventional route, throwing a nice stand-up hyzer.
Right up the gut. Taking a lucid X suspect. Just plug it.
This is definitely a prototypical Zach Todd shot right here.
So, gotta love that disc. Gotta love it.
Yeah, anytime that suspect comes out, I'm like, yep, fully expecting this thing to get parked.
Oh, no. You just sit down. You can see the road play quick. Nice job. More stable than I thought it was. That was his gator. He has a pretty gator. Let's go, Xander.
Another jump putt for Xander.
Let's go.
Knocks it down from just outside the circle.
And another replay for Xander. Nice job. He's not going to make it easy for anyone to catch him.
Yeah, he's playing generally pretty mistake-free. He's just getting the birdies when he has to, saving pars. Hasn't really gotten himself into any kind of trouble. Playing pretty stress-free and, for the most part, pretty mistake-free.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rhema contending with this tree on this 15-footer. Able to knock it down. And we still haven't gotten to Dills drive. Yeah, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Good catch.
Yep.
Okay.
Nose up spinner. That's what that'll do. Looks kind of funny getting into those chains.
Great job, Dills.
And you're also about 15 feet. Great drive.
It's not a great putt.
Man. Zach, you're killing me, dude. I remember thinking that as we're filming this. I'm like, dude, you have thrown so many great shots. But yeah, just like I said, everything's got to be clicking at once. I see the disappointed shake there.
All you can do is just brush it off, laugh, and keep having a good time.
Yep.
Oh,
and there we go. We're moving into hole 14. The scores are getting closer here. 12, 10, 7, and 4. And real quick, we'll kick it off to a sponsor. This video is brought to you by Resistance Discs. Head over to resistancediscs.com and use code CHSports at checkout to get free shipping on any order over $25. Thank you to resistancediscs.com, and let's get back to the video. Yeah, real quick shout out to Resistance Discs. Jeff Corns over there at Resistance has been a huge help with growing my channel and growing the disc golf scene in the Northwest in general. And if you guys like any of the Discraft Tour Series stuff, I would definitely suggest checking out his website at resistancediscs.com and make sure to use that promo code to save some money. And we're stepping into hole 14. For most people, is going to be just a stock 260-foot forehand. Even Jacob, who doesn't throw too many forehands, is going to step up and throw a forehand here.
And that gap looks bigger than it actually is on that tee box.
For sure, yeah. From the tee, it definitely looks a little tighter. Mm-hmm. But would be kind of weird to film it from back there and give you guys a perspective of the hole. So filming from the second angle here.
Great view, yeah. And this is exactly what you want. Your forehand, skip right up into it. You don't want to throw it too long. I cannot remember if we're playing the path was OB or not on this. I do not believe we were. There's a long path. Here we go. And 3 inside the circle. Nice up by Xander.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely one that most guys in MPO should be getting. I would assume the scoring average is pretty low here.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob gets another one to stick, and he's going to get a stroke here on Xander. So very big putt for Jacob to hit there.
Yep, puts him within 1 stroke on Xander now.
Trying to decide who's out. Zach's like, I haven't made a 15-footer all day. I'll give this one a try.
Yeah, I'll test things out. If it's slippery, I'll get the hit off of there.
There we go. That one's dead center.
A little wobbly. We're good.
I'm laughing. Wobbly, but hey, it's in there.
I don't know how I'm just made
Doesn't need to be pretty, just needs to be in.
That's true. Nope, jacket's back off.
Ooh.
Things are heating
up.
We
should have been keeping track of that all around. How many times Xander took off his jacket and then put it back on.
The jacket tracker.
And Rhema has an absolute tap in.
Great job. And as we take 3 birdies on hole 14, Dills is now putting himself 1 stroke behind Xander, and Rhema is 4 strokes, falling behind a little bit still, but we got great competition here. And we are heading into hole 15, where you have OB long left, you have OB long straight, you have OB long right. It is basically an island hole that has some pick it, choose it, throw it type of gaps, and don't throw it too far left, don't throw it too far. A lot of people like to go for the backhand roller here, right-handed backhand roller. People can do this. The backhand turnover, the scary part is if you do not commit to your turnover, sit down. Just like that. There it is. Skips right out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's a big, crucial mistake at this point in the tournament, with it being such a close battle between him and Xander. Mm-hmm. See how it unfolds. Rhema, not the mistake you want to make, but at least he'll be in bounds.
Yeah, and 400 feet isn't the furthest place. Everyone on this card can get 400 feet, but the hard part is controlling it in such a in such a tight gap. You want to throw a fairway driver instead of a distance driver, so you don't have so much left and right movement.
This one shapes up pretty well for Xander's game. Didn't quite get the roller vertical enough to get all the way back to the basket, and just like you were saying, that trouble gets... Oh, man. Yeah, that trouble is just so close there on the left, and Xander will be OB. So the 2 leaders of the tournament going to be OB, opening the door for you and Rhema to kind of sneak your way back in here.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a way to see that. But Rhema, absolutely. Let's go, Rhema. Come on. Let's see it.
Wanted to stay optimistic just in case you thought you still had a chance at this point. Yeah, it is kind of shaping up to be a 3-horse race here. And Rhema doesn't exactly park his upshot.
Mm-mm. No, leaves a lot of meat on the bone left. Dills and Xander both have short upshots here, should get their bogeys and not bleed too much from the hole.
And that's the thing, where Jacob went out of bounds, he's still going to have a putt to save his par here.
Oh, get in there. That is so clutch.
right in the middle. That is a huge putt. That ties the game with Xander. Huge putt from Jacob right there.
Walk it off, buddy. Absolutely. Nice job. Yeah.
And you can see how long that putt was by how many strides it took him to get all the way to the basket.
Oh, yeah. Let's count it out here, actually.
Boom. Jacob with a huge putt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. About 20 steps, I think. Oh, man. Yeah, that's not a good feeling. Don't go.
Yeah, that's always tough when somebody else on the card has a huge putt, and then you got to follow it up. Like, what am I supposed to follow that? How am I supposed to follow that, Jacob? Drains an 80-footer to save par.
Got big putted. Absolutely. I've been there before. I get big putted sometimes. I'll take that par.
Yeah, see, I'm usually the guy that's big putting because my driving is so bad, so I have to make a few
you have a wonderful putt
to stay in contention at a lot of tournaments. All right, after hole 15, Xander and Rhema will take the unfortunate bogeys there. You and Dills able to save the pars, and now we have a tie ball game at the top between Xander and Jacob. Moving into the scoreable stretch of the course, hole 16. It's pretty much just a stock stand-up hyzer, whatever you can to go 350 feet. Not too much danger. There is a road on the right that can come into play sometimes. Really, it's just committing to your best disc in your bag. And this one looks really good from Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Needs a little skip action, and yep, there it is.
Absolutely parked. So that's a lot of pressure on Xander.
Absolutely. I'm just taking a mid-range Lucid X EMAC Truth. Just trust that. I think there's a little bit of headwind. And too much of a skip. Wow, that's a big skip. Yeah, it's so easy for it to get away on this hole, on that skip. I don't know what that Mando is. I know it's supposed to be a Mando on that left tree, but it points up, and it's just hilarious to me every time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a pretty common mistake on this hole because you definitely don't want to overturn it and end up OB. So a lot of people will end up sawing off this drive. Xander starts off in trouble, but fades in front of that tree and gives himself a putt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's going to at least have a chance to stay in it.
Yeah, where he's at, he should have a good look. I don't think he buried himself in the trees. Oh, yeah. What a putt. Let's go. Yep, run that in. I love it.
And Rhema starting to piece together at least a formidable round. One that he could be proud of at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Wow. Hey, at least I can hit the middle all day long.
Exactly. You've hit every single part of the basket at this point.
No! Oh.
So Jacob came storming back, started off the round down 2. Xander did open it up to like a 3 or 4 stroke lead at one point, and now Jacob, after this 8-footer, is going to take the lead.
What a drive.
2 holes left.
What a drive. I'm sure Jacob put a lot of pressure on him and Xander for that putt, too. Xander's been hitting him all day long. But 2 holes left. Anything can happen.
And like we talked about earlier, Xander was pretty mistake-free. Oh, here comes Zach. I was going to say, did we miss Zach's tap-in? But nope, here he comes, frolicking through the trees.
I totally forgot I actually had to finish the hole.
I remember that. That was funny.
Oh, there we go. 2 birdies, Rhema and Dills. Dills now takes the lead by 1 stroke going into 2 final holes, hole 17. This is a great way to end the last 2 holes. We are going to have a Mando that we have to plug right of this tree. It's right in front of us, but it normally doesn't come into play, so it's not anything big and scary. This is going to be a right-handed backhand stock kind of, Firebird or Destroyer type of shot. And Dills is leaving it very far left. You can see the baskets in front of him. You want to leave it way more right of what he did. So he's going to have quite a putt back.
Yeah, so that does open the door a little bit for Xander there.
Yeah.
And Rhema putting down a good drive here. Yeah, anything in front of those trees that stays pretty close is a pretty good shot. Because those trees are probably, what, like 40-ish feet away from the basket?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you're outside of them, you're just outside the circle. If you're inside of them, you normally have a pretty easy birdie look from there.
And you also putting a good drive out there.
Mm-hmm.
And Xander with a huge opportunity to try and get a stroke back. If this gets some fade. Yep, there it goes. And again, he's going to give himself at least a chance.
Yeah, gave himself a chance. Outside the circle look, through some trees. Dills facing about a 45-foot putt here. Maybe a little bit longer. A little high. Not his normal zing it right at it putt.
So now Xander has this one to tie it back up. He's been sticking to this step putt from just outside the circle.
Oh, he faked me out. Oh!
He's been so money with this step putt all day. That one just a touch high.
Oh, man. Well,
So Jacob will still hold on to that one-stroke lead going into the final hole. Everybody else...
not an easy hole with the way that finishes on that basket. So it should be exciting.
And you got about 20 feet for birdie here. And you're still jockeying for position for your first MPO tournament, I believe? Maybe second or third?
This is my first debut, technically, I think I'd count it, like where I'm now solely MPO. I played 2 before this, and but yeah, it was nerve-wracking.
You're able to grab the birdie there. Rhema steps right up and knocks it in there. Rhema's definitely a pretty quick player.
Yep. Yeah, he is. He's on something, though. He's really on fire right now, finishing it off strong. So hopefully he can get the birdie on 18 and really get the turkey at the finish.
Yeah, and one thing I forgot to mention in this coverage is Jason Harden Jr. actually finished at 9 down, and that putt gets Rhema to 9 down. And so if he birdies 18, he'll take solo possession of third.
There you go.
And Xander and Jacob, the 2 leaders, able to grab their pars. Xander will stay 1 stroke back, heading into hole 18. And now, just like I said before, Jacob at 12, Xander at 11, and Rhema even kind of in it at 10. You're still at 6. And heading into hole 18, I would say the shot itself, hole 17 and 18, play pretty similar. It's a big hyzer around the outside for most people. Kind of that same disc in your bag. I usually throw the same thing on 17 and 18. And really, the only thing that makes this hole a little bit more difficult than 17 is, like you were saying, the basket is up on a stump.
Mm-hmm.
And Rhema fights through. That wasn't the conventional gap, but he'll get down there for a putt.
No, yeah, as soon as it turns over to the right, you just hold your breath and like, please, 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 get through it, get through it, get through it. Just like this. Please, 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 get through it, get through it, get through it, get through it. And skip, 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 skip. That worked.
Well, another one that doesn't hit the conventional gap, but hey, it gets down there for a putt. And Jacob pushing through the middle again, not the conventional gap, and gets cut down early. So this is going to open the door for Xander if he can get down there for a putt.
Yeah, needs a big drive here.
And this looks good.
Oh no.
But it hits the sniper branch, and you can see by his reaction, nobody expected that. Can't really see that branch off the tee. And he's going to be left with probably about 80 to 100 feet.
And Dills just
Jacob.
right up for par.
Yeah, pushed it out there to kind of a tester. That's not a tap-in.
No, was not. Yeah, you could see it out there. Good 15-foot putt on the elevated
Xander,
basket.
with no choice, kind of has to run this one. Gives it a bid.
Mm.
Great line. Just didn't quite have the speed.
Mm-hmm. Good effort.
Rhema will lay up for his par. I had the scores wrong on that last one. Rhema was already at 10 down, so that'll secure his third place. And Zach, waiting for that big putt all day, finally gets one on 18. Great putt there to finish.
For the video.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's I'm shaking my head because like I just miss them all day, and then there it is. So, oh, it was a good day.
It's always great to end on a good birdie, though.
All right, here we go. This is for the win.
Yeah, Jacob has about 15 feet or so. And this will be the most nerve-wracking 15-footer of his life, probably.
There it is.
Jacob knocks it down. Huge win. I think it was his first MPO win.
First MPO win. Yes, it was.
Yeah, big win for Jacob. Awesome showing. Really pushed Xander all day and took advantage when the opportunity arose itself. Rhema also with a solid round. Stayed in it all day. Just had a couple mistakes that kept him out of contention. And Xander, also a great showing for him.
A lot of big putts out of Xander's. Fun to watch the whole crowd throughout this whole round.
Yep.
You know, good gentlemen. Loved it all. Enjoyed it. I was able to sneak the last birdie in there, which was great. So.
And there you have it. There's the final scores. Jacob finishes at 12, and Xander finishes at 11. And there you can see the rest of the field. Rhema gets to 10, and Jason Hardy Jr. with a nasty 9 down to finish the tournament. Shot even the first day, so that 9 down was pretty sick to get him into 4th place. You have Matty O at 8 down for the tournament, and you're yourself sitting there in 6th. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Hey guys, Collin here with CH Sports. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to my coverage sponsors. These videos would not be able to come to life without these people's help, so I really appreciate it. There's plans starting as low as $3 a month, and every single dollar helps grow the channel. If you would like to see your name or business listed in the credits of every single one of my videos, please head over to patreon.com/chsports.